Managing our blood sugar levels is so important for our overall health. A great way to do this is by adding low glycemic index or GI vegetables to our meals, as they can really help keep those glucose levels stable. So, in this article, we're going to dive into 6 versatile vegetables. These veggies not only have a low glycemic impact, but also team up wonderfully with other low GI foods, making for some truly delicious and balanced meals. Top 6 vegetables that pair perfectly with low GI meals. Number 1. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, lettuce. First up, let's talk about number 1. Leafy greens, like spinach, kale, and different kinds of lettuce. These greens are absolute nutritional powerhouses and fantastic additions to any low GI meal plan. Now get this, their glycemic index values usually range from just 0 to 15. This means their impact on blood sugar levels is incredibly small, making them a perfect base or side for so many dishes. With such a remarkably low GI score, you can really enjoy them plentifully without stressing about sudden jumps in your glucose readings. And that's super important, especially if you're managing diabetes or prediabetes. But it's not just about their great GI values. These versatile greens are also jam-packed with essential nutrients. We're talking vitamins A, C, K, and folate, plus minerals like iron and calcium. And that's not all. They also give you a good dose of dietary fiber, which is another hero in blood sugar regulation because it slows down how quickly glucose gets absorbed. So, their rich nutrient profile really supports your overall health and well-being, helping with everything from bone health to keeping your immune system strong, all while keeping those blood sugar levels in check. Now, you might be thinking, how do I actually get more of these greens into my meals? Well, incorporating leafy greens into your daily routine can be both simple and delicious. For breakfast, how about tossing a handful of spinach or kale into your morning omelet or smoothie? Pair it with some low GI fruits like berries and a protein source. Think Greek yogurt or eggs. This combination makes for a really balanced start to your day and gives you that sustained energy we all need. Then, when lunchtime rolls around, leafy greens make an absolutely ideal base for a hearty salad. Imagine combining mixed greens with some grilled chicken or fish, maybe some chickpeas, and a light vinaigrette dressing. Yum! You can also sneak them into whole grain wraps or sandwiches for an extra nutrient kick without messing with the meal's overall GI. For example, picture a bed of fresh lettuce topped with tuna salad and creamy avocado. That's a satisfying and blood sugar-friendly lunch right there. And for dinner, the possibilities are just as exciting. How about quickly sautéing some spinach or kale with a bit of garlic and olive oil? It makes a fantastic, healthy side dish to go with lean proteins like baked salmon or lentils. Leafy greens are also great when wilted into soups, stews, or even pasta sauces, especially if you're using whole wheat pasta, as they add both nutrients and a lovely texture. Think about a hearty kale and white bean soup, or spinach stirred into a flavorful lentil curry. It just shows how easily these greens can take your evening meal to the next level while keeping it perfectly low GI. Number 2, tomatoes. All right, moving on to number 2, we have tomatoes. With their beautiful, vibrant red color and that refreshingly tangy flavor, tomatoes are a real favorite in kitchens everywhere, and they're a fantastic choice for low GI eating. Typically, their GI value is under 15. That means they cause a very slow and steady rise in blood sugar, which is excellent news for anyone trying to manage their glucose levels effectively. And they're so versatile. You can use them to brighten up all sorts of dishes. from simple salads to more complex sauces, all without derailing your health goals. Now, if you want to get the most nutritional bang for your buck, it's a good idea to choose tomatoes that are firm when you touch them, have a bright, consistent red color, and are perfectly ripe. You see, ripe tomatoes don't just taste better. They also contain higher levels of some really beneficial compounds, especially lycopene. Lycopene is a powerful antioxidant. It's what gives tomatoes that lovely red color, and it's been linked to all sorts of health benefits, including better heart health and even protection against certain types of cancer. When you're cooking tomatoes, quicker methods are often the way to go to keep all those valuable nutrients and maintain their low GI impact. Things like lightly sautéing, roasting, or stewing them can actually make that lycopene we talked about more available for your body to use. But hey, enjoying them raw in salads or salsas is also a fantastic way to get their vitamin C, which can sometimes be reduced by heat. And the great thing about tomatoes is that they pair so wonderfully with lots of other low GI foods, helping you create balanced and flavorful meals. For example, try pairing sliced tomatoes with fresh mozzarella and basil, maybe a little drizzle of olive oil for that classic caprese salad. It's a simple but really elegant low GI appetizer. They're also a natural partner for whole grain sourdough bread. Just imagine a slice of toasted sourdough topped with creamy avocado and fresh tomatoes. What a nutritious breakfast or snack that would be. What's more, tomatoes go exceptionally well with protein-rich, low GI foods like cheese and legumes. A hearty lentil soup with stewed tomatoes, for instance, makes for a really satisfying, fiber-rich meal. Or how about incorporating tomatoes into a chickpea curry, or adding them to a black bean salsa served with quinoa? These are all delicious, blood sugar-friendly options. That lovely acidity and umami flavor they have can really brighten up savory dishes, making healthy eating a truly enjoyable experience. Number 3, green beans. Next up, at number 3, we have green beans. You might also know them as string beans or snap beans. They are a truly delightful and nutritious addition to any low GI diet. And here's why. They have a glycemic index of just 32. That's considered low, and it means they have a really gentle impact on your blood sugar levels. So this makes them a very safe and healthy choice, especially if you're carefully watching your carbohydrate intake. When we look at their nutrition, green beans are pretty impressive, especially because they're so low in calories. A 1-cup serving has only about 31 calories. This makes them an excellent option if you're managing your weight, which, as we know, often goes hand in hand with blood sugar control. Plus, they provide about 7 grams of carbohydrates per 100-gram serving. That's a moderate amount, and when you consider their fiber content too, it all contributes to their wonderful low glycemic effect. Because they're rich in dietary fiber, green beans play a really big part in slowing down digestion and the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream. This fiber content doesn't just help with blood sugar management. It also promotes good digestive health and can help you feel fuller for longer, which is great for preventing overeating. And there's more. They're also a source of antioxidants, including beneficial compounds like vitexin and isovitexin. These antioxidants might even support better insulin function and protect your cells from damage. Now, if we look at their glycemic load, or GL, it's only 1.3 per 100 grams. This means green beans have a truly minimal effect on blood sugar levels. Just so you know, the glycemic load is a measure that takes into account both the GI of a food and the amount of carbohydrates in a serving. It gives a more practical picture of how that food will impact your blood sugar. So the really low GL of green beans just further highlights how suitable they are for a diabetic-friendly diet. Making sure you prepare them right is key to enjoying green beans at their very best. Methods like steaming, blanching, or stir-frying are excellent because they help keep that lovely crisp texture and all the nutrients. You'll want to avoid overcooking them, as that can lead to a loss of vitamins and, let's be honest, a less appealing texture. For a simple side dish, you could steam your green beans until they're tender crisp and then just toss them with a little olive oil, a squeeze of lemon juice, and some herbs. They also pair beautifully with other low GI foods. Think almonds, lean proteins like grilled chicken or fish, and whole grains such as quinoa or barley. Or how about a refreshing salad with blanched green beans, cherry tomatoes, some feta cheese, and a light vinaigrette? That sounds like a perfectly balanced meal. Number 4, red cabbage. Coming in at number 4 is red cabbage. With its absolutely striking, vibrant color and that robust flavor, red cabbage is a true nutritional powerhouse and another excellent vegetable if you're following a low GI eating plan. It has a glycemic index of around 32, which puts it firmly in that low GI category we love. What this means for you is that it releases sugar slowly into your bloodstream. This helps to prevent those sharp spikes in blood glucose levels, something that's especially beneficial if you're managing diabetes or just aiming for stable energy all day long. One of the really standout features of red cabbage is just how low in carbohydrates it is. A 1-cup serving of chopped red cabbage has only about 5 grams of carbs. This makes it an ideal choice if you're conscious of your carb intake. And within those carbohydrates, it gives you around 1.5 to 2 grams of fiber. As we've learned, this fiber is great for digestion and also slows down sugar absorption, which further adds to its positive impact on managing blood sugar. The great thing about red cabbage is that it's so versatile in how you can prepare it, making it super easy to get into your diet. You can enjoy it raw, which is when it adds that delightful crunch and a bit of a peppery flavor to salads and slaws. Imagine thinly shredded red cabbage mixed with carrots, a light vinaigrette, and maybe some toasted seeds. What a refreshing and nutrient-packed side dish that would be. And eating it raw like this helps preserve its vitamin C content and those delicate enzymes. Alternatively, you can cook red cabbage, which softens its texture and makes the flavor a bit more mellow. For instance, sautéing red cabbage with some apples and a touch of vinegar creates that classic sweet and sour side dish that goes so well with roasted meats. It can also be braised, steamed, or even fermented to make sauerkraut. And that's a great way to add beneficial probiotics to your diet. Just a little tip when cooking, try not to overcook it. Doing so can reduce some of its nutritional value, especially those vibrant anthocyanins, which give it its color and are powerful antioxidants. So, to create those complete and balanced low GI meals we're aiming for, try pairing red cabbage with good sources of protein and healthy fats. Sautéed red cabbage, for example, is an excellent side for grilled salmon or chicken breast. If you're looking for a plant-based option, combine it with lentils or chickpeas in a hearty salad or stew. And don't forget, adding a sprinkle of nuts or seeds or a drizzle of olive oil will bring in those healthy fats. This helps you feel more satisfied and aids nutrient absorption, all while keeping the meal's overall glycemic impact nice and low. Number 5, jicama. Our 5th pick might be a little lesser known, but it's an incredibly beneficial root vegetable. Let's talk about jicama. It's a truly stellar choice for anyone focusing on low GI foods. And here's why it's so special. Jicama boasts an impressively low glycemic index of just 17. That's exceptionally low. It means that when you eat jicama, you get a very slow and minimal rise in your blood sugar levels. This makes it an absolutely outstanding option for people with diabetes or anyone looking to keep their glucose levels stable. But it's not just about that super low GI. Jicama is also notably rich in fiber. Get this, a 1 cup serving of raw sliced jicama, that's about 120 grams, contains approximately 6 grams of dietary fiber. That's a good amount. This high fiber content is so important because it slows down how quickly sugars are absorbed from your digestive system into your bloodstream. Plus, as we know, fiber helps you feel full, which can really help with appetite control and managing your weight, both key parts of overall metabolic health. And in that same 1 cup serving, you'll find around 11 to 12 grams of carbohydrates, which is a moderate amount, but thanks to all that fiber, it has a really gentle impact. Now let's talk about what jicama is like. It has this wonderfully crunchy, slightly sweet and refreshing taste, which makes it a really versatile ingredient. People often say its texture is like a savory apple or a water chestnut, and one of its most popular uses? As a healthy substitute for those higher GI starchy vegetables like potatoes. For example, you can use jicama sticks instead of potato fries. Just bake them or air fry them with a sprinkle of spices, and you've got a crispy, low-carb alternative. There are so many ways to prepare jicama, and it's delightful whether you eat it raw or cooked. When you serve it raw, it keeps all of its amazing crunch and refreshing qualities. You can simply peel it and slice it into sticks or cubes for a great standalone snack. It's often enjoyed in Mexican cuisine with just a squeeze of lime juice and a pinch of chili powder. You can also grate it or cut it into thin strips, julienne style, to add to salads and slaws for a unique texture and a hint of subtle sweetness. And if you're looking to include it in more substantial meals, jicama can be lightly stir-fried, sautéed, or even boiled. The good news is, it holds its texture really well when you cook it briefly. Try pairing jicama with lean proteins like grilled fish, chicken, or tofu. It also goes beautifully with healthy fats from things like avocados or nuts. How about trying a jicama and black bean salsa, or adding diced jicama to a shrimp ceviche? That would make for a refreshing, low GI and protein-rich dish that really supports balanced blood sugar. Number 6, cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts. And finally, at number 6, we have the wonderful cruciferous vegetables. This family includes some real nutritional champions like broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. These veggies are exceptionally low on the glycemic index. Generally, their GI values are below 15, which means they have a very, very minimal impact on your blood sugar levels. This makes them absolutely excellent choices if you're aiming for careful blood sugar management, perhaps if you have diabetes or prediabetes, because they really help prevent those rapid glucose spikes after you eat. These vegetables are also particularly rich in dietary fiber, which, as we've discussed, is a key player in managing blood sugar. It does this by slowing down your digestion and the speed at which glucose gets absorbed into your bloodstream. To give you an idea, a cup of chopped broccoli has about 2.4 grams of fiber. Cauliflower offers around 2.1 grams, and Brussels sprouts actually lead the pack here with approximately 3.3 grams per cup. This substantial fiber content doesn't just help with blood sugar regulation, it also helps you feel full, which is great for weight management. When it comes to preparing these cruciferous vegetables, there are lots of methods you can use to maximize both their flavor and their nutritional benefits. Steaming, for example, is a really gentle way to cook them and helps hold on to many of their water-soluble vitamins, like vitamin C and folate. Roasting, on the other hand, can bring out a wonderful natural sweetness and create a delightful crispy texture. This works especially well for Brussels sprouts and cauliflower florets if you toss them with a little olive oil and some herbs. Another quick way to prepare them while keeping their crunch and nutrients is to lightly stir-fry broccoli or cauliflower with some garlic and ginger. And to create those satisfying and balanced low GI meals, cruciferous vegetables pair just wonderfully with a whole variety of other healthy foods. You could combine steamed broccoli or cauliflower with whole grains like quinoa or brown rice. These are also lower on the GI scale compared to refined grains, so that's a double win. Or try adding them to legume-based dishes, like a hearty lentil stew or a chickpea salad, for an extra boost of fiber and plant-based protein. Pairing these veggies with sources of healthy fats can also be a great move, as it can enhance nutrient absorption and make your meal even more satiating. For instance, imagine roasted Brussels sprouts tossed with a few walnuts or pecans. Or how about a creamy cauliflower mash, enriched with a touch of olive oil or even some avocado? These make for delicious and really blood sugar-friendly side dishes. So, by strategically combining cruciferous vegetables with these complementary foods, you can easily put together meals that are not only packed with nutrition, but also really supportive of stable blood sugar levels and your overall health. Other considerations for low GI meal planning. Now, as we think about planning our low GI meals, it's important to remember that it's about more than just picking individual low GI vegetables. It's really about creating a balanced plate. So, your aim should be to combine these nutrient-dense vegetables with good sources of lean protein. Think fish, chicken, beans, or lentils. Protein is fantastic because it helps to slow down how quickly carbohydrates are absorbed, and it also helps you feel full and satisfied. And don't forget to incorporate healthy fats. These can come from sources like avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil. Fats also play a role in slowing down digestion, and they can even enhance the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins from all those lovely vegetables you're eating. Finally, if you are including other carbohydrates in your meal, just make sure they are also low to moderate GI. Good choices here include whole grains, legumes, or certain fruits, enjoyed in moderation. Taking this kind of holistic approach is what ensures your meals are satisfying, nutritious, and truly supportive of stable blood sugar levels. So, to wrap things up, incorporating these 6 amazing low GI vegetables, that's our leafy greens, tomatoes, green beans, red cabbage, jicama, and those cruciferous varieties, into your daily meals really provides a strong foundation for balanced nutrition and effective blood sugar management. And by strategically pairing them with other low GI foods, you can create meals that are not only delicious and satisfying, but also truly supportive of your overall health and well-being. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Which of these low GI vegetables is your absolute favorite? We encourage you to share your go-to recipes in the comments below. And if you found this article helpful, why not subscribe to our newsletter? You'll get more nutrition tips and recipe ideas to support you on your health journey.